They're telling on themselves through their actions. Look at what they're doing. You see BlackRock doing it. You see Ripple doing it. You see Franklin Templeton doing it. This is serious business. They're not here to play games. They're here to make serious money. They have the best of the best teams behind them, leading the way, saying, hey, this is where we go to make a ton of money. This is where we go to unlock trillions of dollars easily. Now, there's a lot of different sectors to unlock huge value, but this one is easy. It's all about who gets there first. That's why they're all racing towards it. Did you see what's been happening the last 2 days? We're going to jump into some articles. I'm going to show you. This first article is titled Ripple Launching New Token Standard. What's the new standard for? And you know what's crazy? I've been talking about this for like 2-3 months straight. We've been heavy on what? Let's jump into it. It says here, Ripple is set to launch a new token standard on the XRP Ledger this month. This is not the only thing. We're going to get into more later. Don't worry. Aiming to enhance its support for real world assets when it comes time and they deploy. Across the board, from the top to the bottom, people are going to be unlocking value from those RWAs, real world assets. It's going to be easy. It might be the biggest flood of capital of all time. What's going to be easier and bigger than this at the same time? And everybody's in on it. Everybody except the regular people. So if you stop and think about how many big sectors they're tapping into, how many things are going to be tokenized, how many things are going to be brought on chain. You got gaming on chain, the value of that, which hasn't gone mainstream just yet. You have music on chain. You have the tokenization of everything, the Internet of Things, value attached to information. That's another thing that hasn't gone mainstream yet, where you're in control of your own information and make money off the selling of your own information as opposed to other companies. That's going to be there. That value is going to be moving across chain. Cross-border payments. You're talking about regular people sending money across borders back home. That value. Then you also have the B2B, B2B cross-border payments, countless trillions of dollars, interbank payments, both lump sum amounts as well as broken up. There's so many different things that they're trying to tap into. It just gets more bullish by the day. They're not preparing for it. Ripple told people earlier in the year they wanted to go heavy with real world asset tokenization. Since that time, I'll tell you, a lot of different big companies been getting in on it, but BlackRock has been at the forefront. When BlackRock speaks their serious business, they don't play around. Jasmine Cooper, Ripple's head of DeFi product, recently discussed these advancements in a podcast, highlighting a new token type called quote-unquote multi-purpose tokens. Cooper explained that MPTs are specifically designed for RWAs. Ripple wants those trillions. Stellar wants those trillions. Yeah, they try to quiet down a little bit. See, they try to hide everything. These companies are sneaky, but one thing I tell you that they definitely stick to, they want that money. Stellar's heavy in RWA. Ripple definitely is pounding its chest and wants to King Kong its way to the forefront of real world asset tokenization. Everyone's in a race to the front, and that's a benefit to anybody that's involved with these things. Not financial advice. Just my humble opinion. That's a benefit to anybody who's involved with these things. They just told people we're in early. They literally, maybe 2-3 videos back, remember? A representative literally said, oh, just give us time. Same thing I'm saying. This takes time. You're trying to change the old financial system into the new. You're trying to unlock RWA. You're trying to bring smart contracts. You're trying to do all these things. You're trying to tap into value from regions that never were tapped. They were never tapped. They're about to get tapped. Take some time. He said, well, just give us some time. But in time, what we're looking at, it might be bigger than the gold rush. Only a few people could make it across lands and go mine gold in the old days. This time, think about it. This time, anybody will be able to tokenize anything and sell it, or tokenize it, have that value attached to it, and lend that value out. Sort of like what gold, gold companies do now. We have a bar sitting inside of a certain place, a vault. You don't get the gold unless you redeem it. but the bar is sitting there, but you own the gold there. But your value is attached to that gold bar that's somewhere else across the world. Right? With that value, you can do whatever you want with that value. So anyway, let me lock back in. Cooper explained that MPTs are specifically designed for RWAs, enabling the storage of metadata directly with the asset. This stuff is really advancing quite quickly, is it not? Notably, the introduction of MPTs is a key component of Ripple's broader strategy. It's one mechanism. If this isn't bullish, I don't know what is. This put together with now they want to introduce those smart contracts, right? Don't get me wrong. You got Flare, you got other things with smart contracts. It makes it that much better. It makes it that much easier. There's going to be a lot of lending going on. There's going to be a lot of delegation and staking, people earning yields from it. So this only makes it theoretically, I would think, this makes everything going on Flare and in the Songbird better, easier. All it takes is a little bit. Maybe they got to change some things a little bit here and there. But let's keep going. Now there's a race for that. Right, we'll get there in a moment. My apologies for not being so eloquent today. It says this ecosystem aims to facilitate a range of functions, including asset issuance, value transfer, exchange, and credit, all while prioritizing security and regulatory compliance. We have more. Let's jump to this article here. All right. Let's go here because times are speeding up. I love it. I want things to happen as quickly as possible. And I hope it all happens, and coincides with the Bitcoin bull run. Could you imagine everything popping off at the same time? So now this article here is titled Ripple will soon add Ethereum compatible smart contracts to the XRP Ledger. Let's scroll down here and find out what's going on. This is not the last thing. We have more after this. There's so much that happened. It's mind blowing, folks. If this isn't bullish times, I don't know what is. It says here, Ripple is enhancing the XRP ledger by integrating Ethereum compatible smart contracts via a new sidechain, expanding its functionality beyond basic transactions to include complex applications like decentralized exchanges and token issuance. This development includes the use of the Axelar network for cross-chain token transfers, with wrapped XRP EXRP acting as a primary token on the side chain, facilitating broader interoperability and developer engagement. All of these things like this versus what Flare is offering with FXRP are going to differ greatly. There's so many companies around the world to go around. There's so much money to go around. There's enough for everyone, for everything. They know this. This is strategic. Remember, Ripple wants global domination. You're going to have a variety of different things to offer. This is going to be very good, in my humble opinion. I mean, you could disagree. I'm sure a lot of people do. I'm sure a lot of people don't like this development, but I just see it a little bit differently. When you're trying to cover the globe, and let's be real, that's what they want to do. Doesn't mean they're going to do it. When you're trying to bring in as much value as possible, you need a variety of use cases. So this can cover some use cases. Let Flare and Songbird cover some other things. They have new ideas. You got AI they're going to be integrating, all types of things. They're trying to connect everything together. I'm sure this is going to serve some other type of purpose. Other types of use cases. Good. The more, the merrier, right? That's how I'm looking at it right now. It says here, with wrapped XRP acting as the primary token on the sidechain, facilitating broader interoperability and developer engagement. And don't forget that data feed, we'll talk about that another time. It says Ripple will soon add Ethereum compatible smart contracts to the XRP ledger using sidechain networks in a move that boosts the fundamentals of the closely related XRP token. Obviously, all of this together with, what was that thing called from the first article? Let's see if we can go back very quickly. All of this goes together. They're forming something very, very powerful right before everyone's eyes. What happens when all this launches? What do they call them? MPTs. There you go. MPTs with the smart contracts. They said that they're going to be deploying more advanced features. They haven't even gotten there yet. Ripple said they're going to be, utilizing more advanced features from the XRPL. They haven't even gotten there yet. What happens when they start rolling out those types of things, right? But why now? See, I always ask that question. Why now? Something special is going on right now behind the scenes. Now, we're making educated guesses on what that might be. But for certain, there is something. There's always a catalyst. There's always a cause for every effect. We're seeing the effects. What's the cause? Something big is coming. Crypto as a whole is changing forever. These top tokens are taking things serious. They're advancing things at a lightning pace. Look at what Ripple's doing. Look at Cardano. When have you ever heard Charles Hoskinson so bullish, so fired up? He knows something's coming. Listen to how they talk. Look at what they're doing. It's all moving in one direction, but it's sped up. Everybody's fired up. Everybody's working harder. Why? What's happening right now that's different? Crypto is going to go mainstream. Crypto is going to dominate the world as a whole. I mean, crypto as a whole. Those top tokens are serious business. There's a lot of them that are really, really good. They're great, as a matter of fact. I'm just telling you what it is. If crypto was trash, if crypto was crap right now, I'd say that. I'd be like, hey, crypto right now, it's not doing too well. We've been through a lot of ups and downs, but right now that is not the time. That is not the case. Right now, crypto looks strong. I'm not talking about the prices. Forget about that right now. I'm telling you, if you're a long-term holder, believer in crypto, you understand what's going on. You're actually watching without a pessimistic eye, because that's very popular right now. If you're watching just from a neutral standpoint, you see what's being built. A new financial system, a new way of unlocking value that's going to change lives forever. That next bull run, just like in 2021, that next bull run is going to change lives forever. And you know what? People need it. This time they need it for real. The first time was great. Millionaires were made all over the place. We just covered an article. If not, you can look it up, where they were talking about how many millionaires were created in that last true bull run in 2021. Many more will be created in this next one if it goes how everyone's saying it's going to go. If it really explodes, if it's really the biggest bull run of all time, led by Bitcoin, who the companies have incentive to push now, lives will be changed forever. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. That's not something that's should be taken lightly at all. And no standing pessimism should get in the way of that. But not financial advice, just my humble opinion. Everything's bigger, everything's stronger, everything's better. All the companies seem to be on one accord. They're getting the job done. They see that now there's a little bit more clarity. Heck, a lot of clarity now. And they're not wasting not a second. Not a second. It says, quote, progress towards smart contract functionality is already underway in the XRP Ledger ecosystem with the XRPL EVM sidechain, unquote. What I'll say is this: when this next bull run pops off, stay focused. Stay focused. It's going to be easy to get drunk off that money. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be easy to celebrate yourself into oblivion. It's going to be easy to blow your money. Don't blow the money. Do not blow the money. I'm telling you, you're going to feel high like you're up on a cloud. All that crypto money flowing in, the wallets are going to be exploding. Those who've been through the last one, you know what I'm talking about. Do not make mistakes. Don't click on links you don't know. Don't click on email links you don't know, comment section links. Be careful. Don't flaunt your stuff, because people will come and get you. Oh, I have this much. I have this much. Don't tell anybody what you have. This next bull run is going to get crazy. But be careful. Be careful. Control yourself. So now, you do what you want to do. I'm just sharing my thoughts. That's all. So now, smart contracts. This is going to get interesting very fast. Quote, this sidechain will bring Ethereum virtual machine compatibility to the XRP community, allowing developers to employ familiar tools and programming languages, thereby broadening the XRP Ledger's appeal to a global developer community. Global. I want the globe. I want all that money. I want the opportunity for Stellar, Ripple, Algorand, Quant, LCX, Zenfin, XDC. I want them to have the opportunity to work with companies around the world. That's a lot of companies. That's a lot of value. That's a lot of use cases, customized use cases. So you're going to have multitudes or multiple ways of going about that. This is one more. Now, let's go here. We have more. We have more, folks. Can you even believe what's going on right now? Things are getting hot. I'm not always this excited. I'm not. I'm having fun right now. So I'm a little excited. Let me cook for a moment, because who knows when the news will get boring again. For right now, it's not. So I'm happy. All right. So now we have this. There's so much going on. It's unbelievable right now. I hope it continues. I do. Makes my job that much easier and actually makes it interesting, right? This article is titled, Ripple's President Breaks Silence on XRPL's Groundbreaking Move. What? Wait a minute. I have to make sure. Let me check the date on this here. Yeah, it was from today. So you mean, look out. You see how they drop everything all at once? See, for the normal person, they drop this, so you might learn about this or that, but some people don't learn about it all, right? It's like they want you to miss something. They don't want you to see the whole picture, so they drop a whole bunch of stuff all at one time. So the average person coming from running their business, coming from their job, they're tired, they're worn out. We have life things going on. They might not be able to catch everything. This is how you bury stuff. You drop it all at one time. But we're not here on this channel. On this channel, we catch it. We're trying to catch as much as possible. It says this. Wait. So it wasn't the MPTs or whatever they call that. It's not the smart contracts. There's something else. Ripple president breaks silence on XRPL's groundbreaking move. So now what they're doing here, they're bringing in a company. I'm going to scroll down and get you this information here. It says, according to a recent release, Ripple will be integrating Ripple custody to enable FutureVerse. Some company called FutureVerse is integrating with them to securely manage its digital assets. FutureVerse has already adopted the XRPL NFT standard, uses XRP as the gas token on the root network, whatever that is. I've never heard of this. If I did cover it, I don't remember it. We cover so much here, it's easy to forget, right? It says, and is integrated with the XRPL DEX to supply network liquidity. So more things happening. Well, what are you saying here about this, Monica Long? It says Long lauded this move, noting that custody remains a critical entry point to tokenization. Quote, everyone from big banks to crypto natives needs secure and compliant infrastructure to power enterprise use cases. Excited to further our partnership with FutureVerse, unquote. Long added that custodying is going to be huge. How do we know that? That's why so many banks and large non-banking financial institutions want to get involved with custodying, right? Ripple is trying to get into everything that's crucial, everything that's huge, everything that's going to ensure that the future for Ripple, XRPL, and XRP are as big as possible, as potent as possible. And yes, sometimes that's going to take making tough decisions, 100%. You're not going to make everybody happy when you're a leader, but you have to do what's necessary. You have to do what's best for the ecosystem as a whole. Once again, not everybody's going to agree with it, like the smart contract things. But it's just necessary to make the right movements. That's what's important here. Now, wait a minute. We have some more. We have some non-XRP. Big news. Let me see if this is the actual article here. Bear with me one moment, please. Oh, this one here. We're going to cover this article first. I believe it's a Bitcoin article. I can't believe what I'm reading. Coming from what's supposed to be a reputable company. Either they know something I don't, or this is maybe a test of information to see if it moves people, if they can pump something maybe, or desensitize people maybe. I don't know. This article is titled, Van Eck sees Bitcoin, wait, sees Bitcoin hitting $2.9 million with $61 trillion market cap. Here's the strategy. What's the timeline on this? That's number one. Number two, that's a heck of a lot of money. I wouldn't look at that actual amount and take that seriously, and just my humble opinion. But what it tells me is, what is the intention? What are they trying to convey from giving us this number? And to me, what that means is they're trying to say, hey, Bitcoin's going to explode. It's going to explode in a way most people do not anticipate. That's what it tells me. It says VanEck, a prominent, that's what I'm talking about. It's a reputable company. Why would they say this, right? There's got to be a reason. And it doesn't mean, in my opinion, like I said, that's Bitcoin's actually going to hit 2 point whatever, what was their number? 2.9 million. No, but it tells me that they believe Bitcoin is going to explode just like everyone else does. That's what I take from this. When you boil it all down to its essence, they believe Bitcoin is poised to skyrocket. And when it does, the rest of crypto, which has been doing a great job, crypto's looking healthy. The rest of crypto will go with it. It's just a matter of when, in my humble opinion. The $108 billion asset management firm envisions Bitcoin playing a substantial role in international and domestic trade by 2050. Trade? Sounds a lot like Zenfin XDC. Article writer, have you heard about the DLT company that's at the forefront of trade, international trade, right? It says that the firm, well, they're setting up to be that, right? They're building. The firm forecasts that BTC could settle 10% of the globe's international and 5% of domestic transactions, according to VanEck. Wait, now they're confusing me here with their verbiage. Maybe I should take XDC out the conversation. I think they're talking about something else, but it's the way that they're phrasing it makes it sound like they're talking about XDC's use case. My apologies. Maybe I read that wrong. Let's keep going. According to VanEck's estimation, this scenario could lead central banks to hold 2.5% of their assets in Bitcoin. Now, do I believe that they could start holding a good amount of value in Bitcoin? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I think Bitcoin is in the game. I think a few coins will be in the game. A few of the top coins will be in the game in that conversation. It says here, driving its price to an estimated $2.9 million per Bitcoin. Got to put XRP in that conversation. You have to. You have to. They're working with so many banks. They're at the forefront. Even the Fed believes the private sector should lead the way. Ripple's at the forefront. I think XRP is in that conversation heavily. Just my humble opinion. I could be wrong, but it's my humble opinion. That's how I feel. What does it do to that price? What does it do to the price of Bitcoin if that happens? What does it do to the price of XRP if that happens? Who else is in that conversation, right? I mean, Stellar has some banks. Algorand has some banks. Quant has a lot of banks. Quant has a lot of banks. So who knows? We shall see. Notably, this lofty price point would elevate Bitcoin's market cap to approximately $61 trillion. Here's what would be interesting about that is that at that point, Bitcoin will be so heavily manipulated and controlled that, first of all, whatever price it goes to, I don't think you're going to see it low where it is now ever again in the future if this were to happen. That's number one. But if the banks take over, they're holding a lot of the Bitcoin. Large non-banking financial institutions continue to dominate as well. They're incentivized to pump it at certain times. So you're always going to get that pump. They'll manipulate the media. The media will start speaking very highly of Bitcoin and any other coin that these companies are heavily into, like XRP, et cetera. And they will pump it. And then they'll dump. Then they'll sell their stuff. And the price will come down again. But it's going to be a rinse and repeat thing. Theoretically speaking, it could go differently. I mean, there's so many variables. How can one really, truly know, right? You'd have to be arrogant to say such. But the incentive would be there for mass pumps. They want to see some good value brought in. Their the clients and customers, they want to keep them happy as well. Yeah, they'll be incentivized to use that power, and it could change things forever. But I tell you, at that point, Bitcoin won't be Bitcoin anymore. That whole dream that people had about what Bitcoin is supposed to be and Satoshi's vision, it wouldn't be that anymore. Like even right now, I think that's changed dramatically. VanEck also projects that Bitcoin Layer 2 solutions, which address scalability issues, could collectively be valued at $7.6 trillion, approximately 12% of Bitcoin's total value. Once again, somewhere in that mix, somewhere in there, I believe XRP has its place in there. We shall see. And then wait, we have another one. I want to end off with this one. My apologies. I should have moved this first because listen, a lot of people who are into Bitcoin know XRP. has huge explosive power, huge potentiality. Once again, just my humble opinion, but this is what I'm reading. I feel this way. I'm reading about people all this year who are Bitcoin maxis who are saying, hey, listen, we're stacking some XRP, something's coming. So we read multiple articles like that. That's where I'm getting these thoughts from. I mean, we're not going to go by what's actually happening. I mean, what are we going to go by, right? So here's another one. Look at this. Something is coming. This article, and we'll end off with this. This article was titled Bitcoin Evangelist. An evangelist says accumulating as much XRP as possible foresees XRP flying high. I agree with that. I believe that also. I was going to say sir, but I don't even know who it is. It says here, Mando CT, an acclaimed Bitcoin evangelist, has disclosed that he is massively stocking up on XRP tokens in anticipation of a parabolic price run. You know, he probably was reading about all those articles about all these big transactions where people are buying up XRP, and the little ones, like a multitude of little ones happening all at the same time. We can tell, I think, by just deductive reasoning that there's big entities buying huge amounts of XRP in small allotments, so it doesn't make anyone's radar. Like, the people that actually are doing research are getting more bullish. Now, that's up to them. That's their decision to become more bullish. Some people could become pessimistic for their own reasons as well. So it goes the opposite way also. But I just believe that a lot of people are starting to do their research and they see the clarity XRP has. They see the companies that are backing XRP, like Bank of America. They're seeing all of that and they're saying, wait a minute, something's coming. Let me grab some of this. That's what they're doing. All right. But it continues. The prominent Bitcoin investor revealed this strategic move in a recent post on X, highlighting that XRP is setting the stage for a breakout. Accompanying the post was a historical XRP chart that depicts the asset notably ranging with lower prices and forming a triangular shape. My apologies on that mispronunciation. Mando expressed his expectations for the downward trend to reverse into a bullish trend soon. He anticipates that once the breakout occurs, XRP's upward movement could be parabolic. I haven't heard that word in a long time. Parabolic. The energies are changing. Crypto's becoming super bullish again. And the people know it. They see it. Some people are afraid of it. We've been in that negative energy for so long. Well, I haven't been. I've seen it around, but I keep my own energy bubble. I control my own energies. Some people are afraid to leave that old energy. The times change. Change is the only constant. You got to embrace change. It's the only thing that's always going to happen. And right now, some people are embracing that change. Crypto across the board is looking super bullish. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.